Hey, welcome back to the channel. A couple of subscribers have been messaging me off late about my GoPro Max edits and asking me how to import their footage, how to edit it, and how to export a final product from the GoPro Max. In this video, I'm going to run you through my entire process of mobile editing on the GoPro Max so that you guys can go out there and create better content. Let's get into it. What's up you guys, welcome back to the channel, and today's video is an extremely special video because it is tailor-made for my subscribers. Like I said, a couple of my subscribers have been struggling with editing on the GoPro Max and transferring their footage and the entire 360 workflow. So today's video, I'm going to break down my 360 workflow. The first thing we're going to look at is figure out is how to transfer your 360 files from your GoPro Max onto your phone so that you can start the entire editing process. What I love about the Max is the fact that you can just edit the video straight on your phone. Android or iOS is all you need. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to jump into the quick app. You're going to hit the camera icon on the top right hand side corner, after which the app is going to look for your GoPro. Ideally, I just switch on my GoPro and the app detects it in a couple of seconds. Once you're in, you're going to click on view media. See, all the media that's within my camera is already loaded up onto the app. I can see there's one 360 file on my camera that I need to transfer from my camera to my phone. When I tap it, you're going to see a low resolution preview of the file, and you're not going to be able to edit this because this is on the GoPro. You need to transfer them out to the app. So I'm going to tap on it. I'm going to hit the share icon and it's going to start loading the video onto my app. The next step of the process is editing your 360 footage and converting it into a usable clip for any of the social platforms that you want to use your GoPro Max videos for. Choose one of my older videos that I've already edited in the past and posted on social media. This is a 360 clip. This is a clip from when I was on board my ship, so I hope you guys enjoy it. You're going to tap on it. Once you enter this clip, you're going to see a low resolution preview yet again. This clip is waiting to be edited. The first thing that I like to do is I like to hit the bullseye icon on the bottom of the screen, and you're going to see on the right side of that bullseye icon you have a little icon that basically shows you your aspect ratio. Now your aspect ratio is basically the size and format of the video that you want to create. You can see there are 4 options under aspect ratio. You have 9:16, 4:3, 1:1 and 16:9. 9:16 is basically for your YouTube shorts, your Instagram stories, your IG reels. 4:3 and 1:1 is for your regular grid posts on Instagram, which is what I like to use for my grid posts as well. I use 4:3 a lot. 16:9, which is what you would use for YouTube. So we're going to work on 16:9 today so that I can show you the video that I finally edit for this channel. Now that you've selected your aspect ratio already, the next thing that I like to do is play around with the clip. I like to use my fingers, push and pull on the screen, and basically pan around the entire image to see what the GoPro Max is actually captured in 360 and how much I can play around with the footage. This gives me a feel of what imagery I have and how much data I have so that I can create my final edit. I also like to pinch the screen and pull out of the screen so that I can see exactly how much I can zoom in and zoom out while I'm editing the video. So that basically also gives me a better idea of what I can do with this clip. Next thing you need to know about is keyframes. You see the bullseye icon at the bottom of your screen? You want to tap on that, and then I want to add one of those by starting off my video by just tapping on it. This is a keyframe. So this frame of the shot is going to remain in the scene until I actually go ahead and change it. If I go ahead and play the video right now, the entire video is going to play basis the keyframe that I've selected at the start of my video. There is going to be no motion in my video. There's going to be no movements. There's going to be no tiny planet look because I haven't added any more keyframes. If I want that, I have to go ahead and add more keyframes along the timeline of my video. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and add another keyframe in the center of my timeline. Now what I'm going to also do is I'm going to go back to my first keyframe and zoom in a little bit. I'm going to come to my second keyframe at the center of my timeline and zoom out a little bit, showing a little bit more of the ship and the water. And then I'm going to go to the end of my timeline and add another keyframe, but this time we're going to rotate the entire image by just panning around like we did in the beginning. Once I pan around, I'm going to keep me and my friend in the center of the frame, pull out of the image. I'm going to zoom out and pull out of the image to get as much of the ship as possible to make this a really nice dynamic edit. As you can see, when we play back the image, it's got a lot of motion in it. You can see the water in the beginning, you can see a little bit of the ship as the video plays on, and right at the end of the image you can see me and my friend clanking our cups together. You can see the entire view of the ship that the camera managed to capture. Overall, it's a really nice dynamic edit. Another thing that you can do in this part of the edit is you can hit the trimming icon on the bottom left hand side of your screen and trim the video. I don't like to do this at this stage. I normally do that in the final edit. So after you're done laying down your keyframes, the next thing you want to remember to do is set up your transitions between your keyframes. As you can see, my video has a large amount of motion where the entire frame pans and flips over. So basically what you want to remember is that you need to put in correct transitions for this. As you can see above your keyframes, you have a little icon. You want to go ahead and tap on that, and there are pre-made transitions within the GoPro app which are basically made to make your life a lot easier. You can choose any one of these transitions. You can choose the linear, the hard cut, the ease out. I like to choose personally is the ease in and ease out transition because I think that's the smoothest and the best. You should probably play around with this and figure out what works for you. So what I do next is I'm going to go to the top right hand side corner of my screen, hit the save button. I'm going to choose to render the video, and the GoPro app is going to convert this 360 file into a 16:9 1080p video which is ready for YouTube. Now when I go back to the GoPro app after the render is completed, in the exact same location I'm going to have two files. One is a 360 file, which is what we were working with, which is the raw file from the camera, and the other is a 16:9 aspect ratio regular flat image which you can use for YouTube. Now, the next thing that I like to do immediately is correct the colors. As you can see, the video is not very sharp, it's not very clear, the colors are extremely dull. I'm going to hit the edit icon at the bottom of the screen and go into filters. The GoPro app has some fantastic filters that will help you color correct your video almost instantly. So the filter that I'm going to use for this video is the cloudy filter, which I think is fantastic because when I was shooting this video, it was extremely cloudy, it was a dull day and there wasn't a lot of sunlight. The cloud filter is just going to blow up the image, give it a good amount of saturation, give it a good amount of light, and it's going to look really creamy. So you do have a whole bunch of filters within the GoPro app that you can use for different scenarios. You can also adjust the intensity of the filter. For me, I like it around 90 to 95%. I think that does a really great job. I also like to go into the adjust tab after I've applied a filter and just adjust the exposure a little bit. You can choose the auto exposure feature within the app and it does a fantastic job. But what I like to do is bring up the exposure a little bit for this video specifically, pull down the highlights a bit and bring up the shadows just a little bit, give it that particular look that I'm going for. I think it looks really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and save this edit. The next thing you want to do in the app is hit the auto edit icon at the bottom of the screen after you've saved the file. You're going to see that GoPro creates an automatic little edit for you with music and a theme and a title and a whole bunch of stuff. What I like to do is get into this particular format, but I'm not going to use the auto edit feature. I'm going to manually edit this out. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the title menu and remove this title because I don't like titles to most of these short clips that I want to put up. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go down and click on the trimming icon and I'm going to select the maximum length of video instead of picking the highlighted part the app selected for me, which is really important. In order to do that, I'm going to switch from auto trimming to manual trimmings, and next we're going to select a theme for the video. Now if you don't know what themes are preset edits that GoPro has already made for you depending on what kind of video you're shooting. If you're shooting an adventure based video, you choose an adventure theme. If you're shooting a travel video, you choose the travel theme, and it's really cool. Themes come pre-fed with music, but you don't worry about that. You can edit that afterwards as well. So I'm just going to choose the cine theme because this theme is really cinematic. It gives you those black bars top and bottom of your screen and gives you a really cinematic feel on the overall. After you've selected your theme, at the bottom tab you're going to see there's a music icon. You definitely want to hit that because the GoPro Quick app has tons of music which is royalty free and ready for you to use in your videos. They can look and feel so much better at the same time. So you can choose any song that you want, segregated into different genres, again ready for you to use. The track that I like for this video is a track called Energy by Morello. It's under the Epic preset. I'm going to go in and choose this track, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to tap on that track and edit it out so that it starts playing from 0.25 seconds, and we're just going to get a little bit more thump and a little bit more pump into my video because my video is only about 6 or 7 seconds long, so I want that powerful beat grid in my video so that my video gets a little bit more dynamic. So I'm going to go for that, and there you go. The next thing you do is you choose the length of your video. It's only a 7 or 8 second long video which I've edited, so it's perfect for any platform. I'm going to go with max length. And last but not the least, we're going to go into the aspect ratio tab, select the aspect ratio, so 16:9 for YouTube. I'm going to hit that and I'm going to save this video. As you can see in my edit tab, I now have a 16:9 1080p video that's ready with music and a GoPro logo at the end of it to show that this video was shot on the GoPro and it's ready to be exported. But what's really special about the GoPro app is I can go back into the edit, go back into the aspect ratio menu and choose any of the other aspect ratios like 4:3 or 1:1 or 9:16 and export the exact same video, the exact same edit with the music, with the effects, the color corrections, everything that we've done in a different aspect ratio, so I can share the exact same video on multiple platforms. So I'm going to export another video in 1:1 for my Instagram grid, and that's it. I now officially have two edits. One is in 16:9, one is in 1:1, and they're ready for two different platforms and we're good to go. The last thing you want to do, you want to open up the edit yet again, hit the share icon on the top right hand side of your screen, export it to your Photos app. You can also directly share your edits from the GoPro app to any of the social platforms if you hit the share icon, and that's basically it. This was the procedure that I used to edit my GoPro Max videos. If you're just somebody who wants to shoot on their Max, edit on the go, and share your life and your photos and your videos on social media, this by far is one of the easiest ways to do it, and the GoPro app on the overall is fantastic. It is a one-stop shop for absolutely everything you need when it comes to 360 or any of your GoPros. Alright, so that's it for me for today. This was the GoPro Max editing tutorial. I absolutely love the GoPro Max. In fact, I am filming on it right now and it's super convenient. So overall, I'm really happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This video was for a couple of subscribers who have been struggling with their GoPro Max. So if you have any doubts about your GoPros, about your cell phones, about photo editing, video editing, anything of the sort, so if you want to know about any kind of tech out there that I have covered on this channel, definitely hit me up in the comment section. I would love to make an instant video for you guys and put it up on YouTube so I can solve your problems. I'm Nitin Chawla. This was another episode of Essential Tech. See you next time. Peace.